going to work? Because when you look at it, you don't see a consistency, a pattern to this.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the Morning Market Review. It's Wednesday, the 24th of April, 2024. Expect one of all those normal WhatsApp messages that go around. I say it's 24:24. Please don't come out of your homes by 12 midnight. Oh, I'm sure most of you don't know what I'm talking about. Especially when the dates like this, especially when in the calendar year it's like 3rd of March 2003, when it's 333, and then we'll start shouting and saying, oh, this is going to happen, that is going to happen. Good old days. So let's go to our chat. I think we should start with Forex Factory first, as usual. So it's 24th. We already had data on AUD. We have medium impact data on core durable goods orders by 1:30 p.m. Right? I think that's all. Apart from that, it seems like it's going to be a quiet day. This week has been, from Monday till now, most has been kind of quiet when it comes to fundamentals. Although yesterday was not quiet. In the morning, we had very good move on Euro and GBP. So apart from that, we've had a kind of quiet fundamental move, right? And that's why, but as it stands, the market has actually given good volatility. As we'll see, tomorrow is when we have GDP. We have GDP on the dollar tomorrow by 1:30. But for today, we do not have any high impact news on the dollar. Medium impact news by 1:30. You could check it out, to see if there is some level of movement in the market, which I would expect. Because it's not a high impact news, but because of the fact that the market really needs something to drive it, it could actually look out to durable good orders to actually move. You understand? So, but that said, today on the new NZD, there's actually a bank holiday, so But that's just pretty much everything. Let's go to our chart. Let's look at the market. And so remember how we were discussing yesterday. If you joined the live trading session, the afternoon session, we actually were considering a fall in the dollar, right? We're considering a fall in the dollar. We said that if you notice, even from the patterns here, price has been able to make lower highs. Price has been making lower highs to show that sell beginning to happen. For those persons who joined the session, I'm sure that you can remember that we said something like this. And that's what we actually have, whereby the dollar is kind of weak. Yesterday afternoon, dollar actually fell. And yeah, so as it stands like this, another thing I want to note is that the dollar has broken structure. What do I mean by that? Now, remember that the dollar has been on an uptrend. And so what that means is that it makes what? Higher highs and higher lows, okay? And so when it made this last high here, it retraced to this low. It retraced to this particular low here. From up here, it retraced to this low. And it made another high. But this high was not as high as the last one. And now it has made a lower low. So it has broken below this place where price was rejected the last time. Price has broken below that place, even close below that place. Now, if you remember what I always say, I say that whenever price breaks, most times, of course, not every time, but most times when price breaks structure, it will return to that point to take liquidity and head downwards. I hope I'm not shouting, like I'm feeling really energetic about this, but that's what I mean. And that is what price is doing currently. Okay, price is headed back to that particular liquidity zone. You know, take liquidity from that zone where you see a lot of rejection here like this. Take liquidity from there. And I personally expect it to still head for that down, right? So that said, what we've noticed on the daily time frame, coming back to 1 hour, is that price is currently retracing. But it doesn't mean much. It's just an opportunity for price to actually sell further. If this sell continues, price is likely retracing. Price should maybe head towards this zone. That's the dollar index. Price should maybe head towards this zone, if at all. Head towards this zone and return back to the downside. Okay, price will likely head towards this zone and then price should return back to the downside. Okay, so even for trading the dollar index, because of course you can actually trade the dollar index. So even when you're trading the dollar index, those are zones I will actually look out for. But to myself, there are two ways I will likely trade the dollar index. Let's see. There are two ways I'll trade the dollar index, considering all that we talked about. I've switched my chart now to 15 minutes. I've switched my chart to 15 minutes. I said there are two ways that I can actually trade the dollar index. The first is to sell from here. I could look out for selling the dollar index from this point here, 105.880. Okay, I could sell the dollar index from 105.880. If it gets to that point, I can sell from there. You understand? Either that's two ways I can do that, right? The first one is to sell from 105.880. Okay. If I sell from there, at least I can look out for at least 20 pips to 30 pips of profit. Okay, that, or I could actually sell once price closes below 105.350. I could sell once price closes below 105.350. Okay, so there are two ways I can do this. Okay, I could sell from the resistance. I could sell from resistance at 105.880. I could sell from there. I could just look out for like maybe 20 pips, you know, or I could actually sell once price closes below 105.350. Okay, price closes below 105.350. I could sell from there also. Look out for another 20 pips. Okay, so yes, currently dollar is pushing up, but we have noticed that it has broken structure, and so it's very possible that it's just retracing, you know, peak liquidity, you know, and then head for that downwards. Okay, so that is what personally I still feel like there is still more in stock in terms of a bearish move for the dollar. So I am looking at selling it from 105.880. Look out for 20 pips from there, or I could also sell from one. I could also sell once it closes below 105.350. If it closes below 105.350, I can sell from there. Also look out for 20 pips. Okay, so that's it. Now, because of that, let's look at other USD pairs. AUD USD. Let's begin with AUD USD today. Now, we'll begin with the daily time frame. Just see how prices are actually moved. Now, AUD USD has actually been like on a downtrend, so to say. AUD USD has been on a downtrend, giving us lower lows and breaking structure to the downside. Okay. Now, let me look at it on 4 hours. Let's see how well we can actually explain the trend. Very good. Now, from this point here, from this proven resistance here, what happened? Price broke down, first low, retraced, lower low, retraced, lower low, retraced, lower low. That's your bearish structure there, right? That's your bearish structure, whereby price is giving you 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lower low. That's a downtrend. But what happens from this particular point here? What does price do? Price is supposed to retrace and come lower, but what does price do? Price goes up, comes down, breaks up. So it already tells us that price has broken that bearish structure. Price has broken that bearish structure, especially when CPI data came out very positive for AUD in the early hours of this morning, around 2 a.m. or thereabout. You understand? So it's very important to know that price has kind of broken that bearish structure to the upside. Now, what will price do? Once price breaks like that, and price recently broke this near structure, price broke it here, price will return back, like we always say, price is most likely return back to that particular point, take liquidity from there, and head back to the upside. It's very important that you guys really understand how I am analyzing. And I'm doing my best to just use one particular pattern in analyzing the market for you guys to understand what we are doing. You can easily, if you can just look at your chart on daily time frame, look at your chart on 4 hours, especially when markets are trending, you can easily know when a trend starts or when a trend stops. And that can help you to pick a very good entry that you can take advantage of. So what does that mean? It means that we likely would expect a further push up on AUD USD. If you look at my RSI here, AUD USD was overbought, right? Overbought, and it's currently doing a form of retracement. It's doing a form of retracement, but it is still, it still has that up trend. Even the RSI shows it. Even your RSI shows it. Your RSI agrees with your chart. See on 1 hour how my RSI agrees with my chart. You understand? So that buy is still fine. Now, what is important for us is now that price is retracing, where can we take advantage of that buy? Where can we take advantage of that buy now that price is retracing, right? So I'll go to 15 minutes to look out for a possible entry for my GB AUD USD buy, right? Now, first of all, we'll notice that we have a kind of we have something like what we call a fair value gap somewhere around here. Although price is currently closing it. The price is currently closing. What do I mean by that? Now, if you check this bullish move here where price pushed up, there was between this place to this place like this, you did not have any sell. Most times when you buy, you're selling. That like you're buying, people are selling. So you're buying to sellers. You're buying from sellers and you're selling to buyers. You understand? So sometimes the market doesn't cover that particular point, and then price has to return to that place to cover that particular gap before price continues in that direction, right? Remember that what we are trying to do now for AUD USD is to find out the best possible place where we can follow the buy on AUD USD. Remember that we have said that price is currently retracing, right? Price is currently retracing, but price has shown us that bullish move really exists, okay? And so we can take advantage of that place to plot our buy. Now, there are two ways we can do it. First of all, we can actually have a buy stop at the top of this particular price here. So on 1 hour like this, we could have a buy stop here. We'll have price retracing at this point. So we can actually have a buy stop around this place. Let me see how many pips that is, because personally, I expect that if price buys to this place, it should give us it should break this particular zone. Should break this particular zone. That's what I expect. If AUD US is going to continue buying, should break by level, but we have very few pips from this resistance to this place here. So I'd rather buy from it from a retracement side. So let's continue with our existing plan to actually look out for a price to buy from there. So personally, I'll be looking out for a buy on AUD USD from this point here. Let's see, somewhere around here. Anything that makes price to retrace towards this place, I'll look out for a buy here. Okay. Let me see on 1 hour. Let me see if we can get a better entry. Remember that price has broken above this place, so price will likely return back, take liquidity, and push up, right? So I think this is a fine place for us to look out for that buy. So personally, I'll be looking out for a buy on AUD USD from 0.64710. I'll be looking out for a buy on AUD USD from 0.64710. So you can just take that down, 0.64710. Anything that makes price to retrace towards that place, I'll actually look out for a buy. And if I'm buying there, I should be looking out for at least 50 pips. I should be looking out for at least 50 pips. Okay, so a buy is actually envisaged. Okay, I will be looking out for my buy from 0.64710. 0.64710. Okay, so if I buy from 0.64710, I should be looking out for at least 50 pips. You understand? I should be looking out for at least 50 pips if I'm buying from 0.64710. You understand here? So that's how I personally will analyze AUD USD. You notice that I do not want to buy from this point here, considering how already close it is. This is like a resistance zone, right? But considering the structure of AUD USD, when we looked at it on 4 hours, I would prefer to buy from a lower point. Okay, and that thing you can do is you can on 1 hour you can have like your 50 period exponential moving average. You can see that I just applied my 50 period exponential moving average, and it's around where I put as my entry for my buy. So anything that makes price to retrace towards that 50 period exponential moving average on 1 hour, I can look out for a buy from there. Right? So that is how I will be at. That's how personally I'll be looking at AUD USD today. Okay, so that is AUD USD. I spent a lot of time analyzing AUD USD just to explain structure. Okay, so we'll move from now. Okay, so let's move on. USD card. Let's look at USD card. So this USD card, you will notice that. Let me give us a clearer chart. Good. So this is USD card, and on 4 hours you will see how price has actually made also price has sustained this downtrend. Okay, this is 4 hours, and on 4 hours price seems to have broken that structure, although it's currently on its support and is doing some level of retracement. You understand? It's doing some level of retracement right now, just like we saw on the dollar index. That dollar index is making what? Is making retracement. Okay, so this downtrend is still very much in play. This downtrend is still very much in play. Remember that even oil has been experiencing some very good move. At least we analyzed a buy on oil yesterday and it went well, right? So oil has been experiencing also a bullish move, and that has been giving strength. You know, you can imagine that's been giving strength to the Canadian dollar. You understand? So we have this fall, and if you check the trend right now, you have this down bearish trend that is kind of walking like this, and we have this bullish trend. So what is likely going to happen is that we're going to have price get to this point where it will now create like a range. You know, price from here like this to here like this to this point like this, price will likely sell into this zone, then have a range and all that before it picks up or something like that. You understand? So what we need to do now is look out for where we can take advantage. Right now that price is retracing. Where can we take advantage of that particular sell that we expect for USD CAD, considering the fact that the dollar is kind of weak? We expect weakness on the dollar, right? So let's go to 1 hour. Let's go to 1 hour. You will notice on 1 hour that price seems to be retracing towards this point. And if it does that, it could likely follow this trend back to the downside. You understand here? So that sell is still in order for USD CAD. Now let's go to 15 minutes where you will have noticed that I like to take my entries from that particular point. Sometimes you're advised that you should look out for the advice that you look out for, you analyze the market on a higher time frame and you pick entries on a smaller time frame. So personally, I will be looking out for trading USD CAD from 1.36890. I'll be looking out for trading USD CAD from 1.36890. Okay, and if I am looking out for that, I can, yes, 1.36890 is where I'll be looking out for trading USD CAD to sell. If it pushes towards that place, I'll look out for a sell from that point. You understand? I'll look out for a sell from that point. 1.36890, right? I'll sell from that point. I look out for at least 30 pips. I look out for at least 30 pips of trade from that place. Or look out for at least 30 pips. So I should be looking out for a sell from 1.36890 on USD CAD. Look out for at least 30 pips of profit. From that particular point, really hoping price gets into that zone. If price does that, we'll sell from there. I expect price to come back to test this particular place. If not, go below this point here. You understand? So one important thing that I have explained once again is that once price breaks a zone, like for instance, this is USD CAD on 15 minutes, price broke this zone. Price will likely return towards that place, okay? Take liquidity from there and head back. You can even tell that there is like a fair value gap around here. Okay, we have like a fair value gap around there, which price is trying to actually what? Is trying to cover. So hope price heads into that zone. That would be a good place for me to sell from. So I'll be looking out for myself from 1.36890. I'll be looking out for myself from 1.36890, and then I'll sell further, look out for at least 30 pips of profit on USD CAD. Okay, let's look at Euro USD. And then we'll be done with currencies. So yes, as usual, I'll start with daily time frame. Remember, yesterday was very profitable if you joined the session, yesterday was very profitable, especially in the afternoon for our Euro USD trade, where we saw that buy. Now, remember that Euro USD has actually been on that downtrend, that's kind of broke into this point, right? Euro USD broke into this point here. And I was telling some people, some traders I was with at Oshogbo, that most times like that, when price breaks like that, price returns to the, to continue the trend, price returns there and heads down. Now, but there's an interesting thing we need to check about Euro USD. What is that? Is the fact that price headed to this point here, up to this point, okay, retraced, did not come as low as the last time. It's supposed to give us a lower low to continue that trend, but it retraced and gave a higher high. Now we have price kind of creating two things we can notice here. Number one, price is kind of creating that higher high. Then if you check, you can see that the lows of these candles, all the lows of these candles have been closing higher. I've also explained to us that most times you will notice before price makes a major move on any time frame you are trading, 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, before price makes that major move, price will be giving you consecutive candles that will be, maybe closing below themselves, closing above themselves, like this. You see all this sell from Euro USD. If you check the high, these highs were actually what? Going lower before a major fall happens like that. So we have something like that happening from this particular support where and this daily time frame for some days now, price has been what? The low of price has been higher. The low of price has been higher. So it's very possible that we get a further bullish move. Okay, it's very possible we get a further bullish move on Euro USD after this retracement is done, because yes, we cannot ignore the fact that right now price is retracing. Okay, that's this sell. The past 4 hours and the current 4-hour candle shows a level of retracement, but price seems to be breaking structure. Okay, so if we look at it on 1 hour also, let me shrink my chart. So look at it on 1 hour. What has happened? Look at it. Price has been giving what? Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That is something that tells you that, oh, there's a high chance that we'll get a bullish move. Although price has hit a verified resistance and is retracing from that point. So what's important for us is, where can we take advantage of that buy? You understand? Where can we take advantage of that buy? Now, personally, if I want to trade Euro USD, considering this retracement, a good place for me to look out for my buy on Euro USD will be this current support here, where price would come and give us like a double bottom. Okay, price will give us a double bottom. We have like a fair value gap here too that price would likely want to cover up, you know, and we should look out for a sell from that point, you know. So personally, if I'm trading Euro USD, I want to look out for a buy on Euro USD from 1.06580. Okay, you can just mark that place on your chart. You can do a buy limit if that's what you want, you know. I will expect that price, even on my 15 minutes, you can see that Euro USD is already oversold, you know. So if price can sell to 1.06580 from there, I can actually look out for a buy from that point. If price sells that, I can look out for a buy, and at least I can look out for like 30 pips. Look out for 30 pips, and you know, if it continues from there, I can follow it. You understand? So I look out for my first buy position is from that support. My first buy position is from that support from 1.06580. I can look out for my first buy from there. And that place I can look out for my buy is from 1.07200. I think I can consider my buy from that point. Okay, I can consider for my buy from that point. And if I do that, I can look out for at least 20 pips of move. I can look out for 20 pips of move. So from 1.07200, I can actually consider a buy. Okay, I can consider a buy. Okay, so there are two places that I'm looking at for my buy on Euro USD. First point is 1.06580. 1.06580. So look out for 30 pips of buy. And that place I'm looking at for my buy is 1.07200 to look out for 20 pips of buy. Okay, look out for 20 pips of buy. Let me explain something quickly before we move on from currencies. That was on GBP USD. There's something we noticed on GBP USD. This whole buy that started. Now, I noticed on 1 hour, sometime this week, I think Monday or thereabout, Monday, yes, where price actually like made a divergence. Okay, price kind of did a bearish divergence in the market. Okay, so sorry, a bullish divergence. So I was expecting price to buy. You understand? I was expecting price to buy. But price was selling. Price was selling. So my question to myself was, where am I going to buy from? Okay, where am I going to buy from? You see this particular place where GBP USD sold to and was rejected back to the upside. It's not magic that it was rejected here. You need to understand that price creates signature. Price creates a signature wherever it goes. Now, if you notice the way price was selling, sold to this point, and immediately it got to this point, it just got rejected and pushed back up. Okay, immediately price sold to this point, price got rejected and pushed back up. You will notice that that is around the same place price was rejected like this. Look at it on daily time frame. That's the same place price was rejected like this, almost around this point. You understand? Almost around that point, price was rejected. So it tells you that price is doing what it did in the past. And it was around this period because that was around May. Price made this rejection. That was around May. Price made this rejection like this. And this is April, just a month. But that's the point. That is why we're able to look out for that buy from there. And yesterday afternoon, I was telling people to look out for a buy on GBP USD because of that zone. You understand? Because of that zone. So what has happened? GBP USD does not seem to have broken structure, just like Euro USD and others have done. In fact, GBP USD from this point here, you can see like a kind of down a trend line that it has not broken yet on 4 hours. We've not had a breakout, but of course, price was supposed to be giving us lower lows. From here, price broke above this place here. Broke above it. This was the last bearish structure that price broke above. Okay, so yes, there is some level of bullish move in the market, but where we can look out for that buy is very, very important, right? So let's go to look at it on 1 hour first, see if there is an important place we can take advantage of. Sorry, let me get a clearer chart so that many of these lines don't. Okay, good. So this is GBP USD currently retracing, currently bearish. Let's check it on 15 minutes. So currently retracing. We have couple of gaps. We have one around here. We have one around here. We have another support zone around here. Then we have one major one around here, right? So personally, when I looked at it on 1 hour, I would be more comfortable looking out for a buy on GBP USD from somewhere like this. Somewhere like this. Why am I looking out for a buy from there? Because I noticed that is around where price has been rejected. This is like a liquidity zone. You can see this rejection here, like this, back to the upside. So that's what it tells me. So that is where personally I will be looking out to buy GBP USD from. Okay, and you see that it actually rhymes with that fair value gap that I was considering. So if I'm trading GBP USD, I'll be looking out to buy GBP USD from 1.24, or let's say 1.23980. I'll be looking to buy GBP USD from 1.23980. Now, most times the reason why I give this price and not just say, okay, buy limit, buy limit, buy limit. Sometimes price may not exactly get to this point. And if you place a buy limit and just walk away, price may not exactly get to that point, may not trigger your buy and move all the way. So I expect that you can take down this price and just monitor price around there. You understand? So around 1.24000, 1.23980. If price retraces towards that place, I am personally going to be looking out for a buy from that place. And if I look out for a buy, I should be looking out for around at least 30 to 50 pips of buy. At least 30 to 50 pips of buy. You'll notice that most of the instruments we have looked at today, the least we have looked at is 20 pips. If you have a very good fund, you have a very good, you can take very good lot size. If you have very good capital in the market, you just need to be patient. And you just need to be patient to catch very good moves like this, whereby 30 pips is giving you around $300, of profit, which is not bad at all. If you're using a Naira account, that's close to 400,000 Naira. You understand? So personally, I'll be looking out for that buy from 1.23980. I'll be looking out for that buy from 1.24000. Okay, that's how I want to trade GBP USD. And that place is, if somehow, let's say, price doesn't come towards my entry. Personally, I don't think that this is a good place to buy GBP USD. In fact, I feel like this is a place where we may want to sell GBP USD from. If GBP USD, that's why I want to buy from here to the upside. Okay, and that's why I want to buy from down here to the upside. Price gets to this place, I may likely even sell it. You understand? Except if it breaks above, if it closes above 1.25150. If it closes above 1.25150, then I can continue buying it. Okay. But for GBP USD, I will consider a buy from 1.24,000, 1.23980. Those are zones where I'll look out for a buy of at least 30 to 50 pips from. Okay, so that is for GBP USD, right? Let's look at the index market. And I have told us that I've told us that for gold, for US 100, my advice right now is to trade them on the 15 minutes with the exponential moving average. I said that yesterday and I still maintain that today. Okay. My advice for trading US 100, especially US 100 and gold, and that's why I've not really looked at them, for some time now, because it's not even what the market is doing right now is, it's a very good position for scalpers. You understand? So you can actually scalp the market, use your 50 period exponential moving average to actually scalp US 100 and gold on 15 minutes. I will actually I think we've done that training a lot of times on the exponential moving average and how to use it. You understand? Here, so you can head over to our YouTube page, to watch the video. Okay, this is even the link. I just dropped the link to that particular training. Okay, so you want to on 15 minutes. On 15 minutes, you can use your exponential moving average, 50 period exponential moving average to scalp gold and US 100 if you're trading that. You understand? So because that market is right now for scalpers. Okay, so yeah, but let's look at other index where we might likely be able to get very good entry. So because we expected a fall in the dollar, it's very possible that we get continued bullish move. I expect a continued bullish move on the indices. You understand? If we are expecting a continued fall in the dollar, then that's likely going to be the case. You understand? That's likely going to be the case. Now, but let's look at it. This is US 30. US 30 for if you've been following me, you've been hearing me, everything we've been doing and all that, you will likely even be on a buy on US 30. You'll be on a buy on US 30 since 3 days ago. You understand why? Because on this set date, price returned to this. I think this was Friday. Price returned here around where it got to here like this. Price returned here, right? And what? Picked back up. Price returned here, gave you a hammer, confirmed it. Price gave a hammer on this support. Price took the next day, that was Monday, to confirm it. And yesterday we had that bullish move, which is something that we actually expect. And that these particular candles, the US 30 itself is a market that has actually touched a lot of highs, made new highs upon new highs, and so there's a lot of bullish pressure in the market generally. But something that is a bit not related, just to explain to you people that if you take notice of our classes and some of the things that we teach, you actually you do very well for yourself. This is just candlestick pattern that actually determines this push up. Now let's see on 4 hours how the structure looks like. Remember that US 30 has been selling, right? Look at it, down, lower, 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 lower. For those of us who in the church, you say lower, 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 Satan, lower. You see, that's what's happening here, lower, right? But what happens from this low? What happens here? Price is supposed, if this downtrend were to continue, price is supposed to go up and come lower. But what does price do? Price comes up. This is the most recent high here. This is the most recent high. What does price do? Price breaks above it. Okay, and so price has kind of broken that structure, breaks above it, comes down, breaks above it again. So we expect price to retrace, take momentum from there and push up. You understand? And push up. So that's likely what the case is going to be like when trading US30. We might likely get some level of retracement in the market. Okay, get some level of retracement. In fact, right now, on 1 hour, we have like a kind of divergence in the market, and so this sell is likely going to continue. This retracement is one that may last for long. What do I mean by divergence? Divergence is that from year to year on your chart. Let me zoom in. From this place like this to this place is a higher high. Can you see how it's a higher high like this, right? But if you check our RSI for that same zone, if you check our RSI for that same zone, you see that the RSI is pointing downwards. Let me zoom out so that you see what I'm talking about. You see that the RSI like this is pointing downwards. So that is like a divergence. That's like a bearish divergence in the market. That's a bearish divergence. So it's very possible that, we get some further retracement in the market. But the truth is that price seems to have what? Have broken structure. And so there's a lot of bearish pressure in the market. Now, what is another thing that has happened? Look at this particular sell. This particular sell that has happened on 15 minutes is almost approaching oversold zone. Remember that we said if you're trading with the RSI and you know that the trend is an uptrend, for instance, on 4 hours, the trend is an uptrend, on daily time frame, the trend is an uptrend. We said one good way you can trade using RSI is on 1 hour, for example, you can look out for where market is oversold and buy from there. You understand? So personally, trading US30, I will want to look out for a buy on US30 from this point here. Okay, I want to look out for a buy on US30 from this point here. I'm going to be buying US30 from, I'll look out to buy US30 from 38,650. I'll look out to buy US30 from 38,650. And if I buy US30 from there, I expect I'll be looking out to buy it till around, I'll be looking out to buy it till around maybe 38,700 or 38,750. You're enjoying my singing class. Okay, so from 38,650, from this 38,650 or 38,640, I'll look out for a buy from that place back to the upside. I'll be buying till around 38,750 or thereabout. You understand? That's how I would trade US30. Personally, I will still be looking out for a buy on US30. Expect this retracement to last as long as 38,640, and then I will buy from that point. I'll buy from that point. Also, another way I can trade US30 is you will notice that okay, good. You will notice that we have a kind of resistance from this point here. We have a resistance here, right? So I will also watch out for this place. If price can close above 39,910, if price closes above 39,910, if price closes above 39,910, I will look out for a buy from that point. Remember that first of all, I said if price retraces towards 38,640, I'll buy from there. Now, if price closes above 30, if price closes above 38,910, if price closes above 38,910, I'll look out for a buy from that point to around 39,200. Look out for a buy to that point to 39,200. Another thing I want to mention is this, and I'm just noticing this on let me say on 30 minutes. I'm noticing, let me give us a clearer chart. I'm noticing this on 30 minutes. This particular resistance where price is now like this. Sorry. This particular resistance where price is like this. If you check it on 30 minutes, so if you check it on 30 minutes, it's very possible that retracement, that bearish retracement on US30, it's very possible that it will be more than that particular point we are looking at, because the divergence on RSI is actually pretty solid. Look at how the divergence is. So this sell might take a little longer than we thought. Yes, that sell might take a little longer than we thought. So this is what we are going to do. Instead of buying from that 38,640 that I talked about there, instead of buying from there, Let's do it like this. If price closes below 38,620, okay, please. Instead, let's do it like this. If price closes below 38,620, if price closes on US30, if price closes below 38,620, we should sell to around 38,500. Because of that divergence is actually is looking pretty good. So instead, if price closes below 38,620, let us sell till 38,610. If price closes below 38,620, let us sell till 38. Sorry, if price closes below 38,620, let us sell till around 38,500. But you see, from this proven support on 15 minutes, this proven support on 15 minutes, which is 38,450. This proven support that is 38,450, if price gets there, I'll look out for a buy from there. That's a better place to buy from. Yes, that's a better place to buy from. So I'll take it again. US30, okay? For my sell, I will be looking for price to close below 38,620. I'll be looking for price to close below 38,620. I can now sell to 38,500. I can now sell to 38,500. Okay, that's it. Now, if price sells to 38,450, if price sells to 38,450, that's a better place for me to look out for a buy. That's a better place. 38,450 is a better place for me to look out for a buy, at least to that 38,600. Is a better place for me to look out for a buy. Okay, so I've given us bearish, I've given us bullish. Another thing I want to add is that for US30, the same US30, I'm giving us about 3 places to look out for. Good. If price closes above 38,950, if price closes above 38,950, if price closes above 38,950, we can now look out for a buy to around 39,200. We can look out for a buy from there till around 39,200. From that 38,950, we can look out for a buy to 39,200. Okay, that's for US30. You understand? Good. So let's move on from there. Now, after US30, let's look at DE40, because we are currently in the European session. I should have even looked at that guy first. Okay, so this is DE40. DE40 also broken structure back to that high. You can see how well it was rejected. You know, sometimes market just decides to be merciful like this. You see how well it was rejected and how he confirmed it, how it's bullish. Price is likely going to continue to that bullish point. But right now, where price is now, where price is now may not be the best place for you to buy from. Where price is now may not be the best place for you to buy from, right? Price might likely do some further retracement, before it picks back up, right? So it's important that we look out for the best available place to buy DE40 from. The next available place for us to look out for a buy on DE40. And right now, to do that, I'm currently on 15 minutes. Now, the thing about DE40 is that it has made this consecutive bullish move. And so within this zone like this, it's hard to tell where the nearest resistance or the nearest support has been. It's hard to tell that, so yes, we will be looking out for a buy on DE40, but personally, I would prefer to look out for a buy on DE40 from somewhere here. This whole support zone like this, I will be looking out for my buy on DE40 around here. Okay, so 2 ways we are going to trade is just like the US30. I can sell DE40. I can sell DE40 from 18,340. I can scalp a sell on DE40 from 18,340. I can scalp that sell to around 18,290. I can scalp the sell till around 18,290. Okay, now that's the first thing. Now, hopefully price comes down to 18,250. If price comes down to 18,250 or price comes down to 18,210, price comes down to 18,250, price comes down to 18,210, I can look out for a buy from that place. I can look out for a buy from that place. Okay, I can look out for a buy from that place. Now, another thing is that somehow, you know, if price doesn't retrace to give us that very nice buy zone that we are considering, okay, if price doesn't retrace to give us that very nice zone we are considering, I could actually look out for a buy once price closes above the and which I'm not really comfortable with. I would rather buy from down here. You understand? I would rather buy from down here. I would rather buy from that 18,250 or that 18,210 I talked about. I'd rather buy from there, okay, than, you know, buy at this particular high point. You understand? So I would rather buy from 18,250, buy from 18,210. I can scalp a sell from 18,340. Price gets to 18,340. I can scalp a sell to around maybe 18,300. You know, I can scalp a sell like that. But from 18,250 or 18,210, I can look out for a buy back to the upside on DE40. You understand? So that's what I would advise. But DE40 shows that it has broken that. You can see that downward pressure, lower low, 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 lower low. But it gets here, right? And it breaks that structure. It breaks that structure. So we expect a good retracement from which it should pick back up. And the best place I can think of is that 18,250 or 18,210. So actually take that buy on DE40. To take that buy on DE40. You understand? Here, because I can take so I look out for my buy from 18,250 or 18,210. I can look out for my buy from there back to 18,400. I will prefer it that way for DE40. You understand? Yeah. Okay. So we've looked at, then finally we look at one more instrument. Look at oil. Let's look at oil finally. Or let me even, okay, we're still going to meet during the US session. But let me look at oil. Once again, for gold, for US 100, use the 50 EMA to scalp. Use the 50 EMA to scalp. I've said that. Once again, use the 50 EMA to scalp on 15 minutes. That's the best way to trade gold and US 100 right now. So for you studying gold, that's what I'm saying. Watch the YouTube video. You should be scalping gold, scalping US 100 on 15 minutes. That's the best way to trade it. Okay. For your question on the negative trade, you can reach out to your account officer for that. You understand? That's like a personal thing. You can reach out to your account officer for that to consider it. Then oil. I want to look at oil. Guys, how many of us took advantage of oil yesterday? Look at how well oil, but remember how we marked this zone yesterday to buy oil from. You know, it's just price action, right? It's just price action. We believed that let me give us a clearer chart. Good. So we believed that looking at oil like this, after it has pushed down to this point, we saw this hammer. We saw this hammer and yesterday confirmed it. Yesterday confirmed that hammer. What does that mean? It means that very possible that price should return back to that support. Okay? Hey, should return back to support. Kenny, this is what you do. Go to talk to your account officer. They're going to look at the price you enter. There are a lot of things, not just because you have a 200 negative that, you know, I understand. Of course, I understand that that's a very big negative, you understand, but should not even make us make a decision. The amount of the loss should not make us make a decision. It's where you entered in this market that is currently going up here. For that, your account officer will have more time to look into that. You understand? So Not just for now, like use the 50 AMA, watch the video, learn the strategy, use that strategy to trade US 100 and gold. Yes, for now. Okay, so see, this is oil WTI on daily time frame. And so what we expect is that most likely there will be some level of retracement, but oil has told us that it's likely going to continue this bullish move. You understand? What we know from oil is that it's likely going to continue this bullish move. So this is oil WTI on 1 hour. The point is now, right now that it is resting, where is the likely place it's going to return to for us to take advantage of that buy? And personally, I think one of those points is somewhere like this. This is where I think that if at all, oil could head back to, and so I could be looking out to buy oil. I could be looking out to buy oil from 82 point, maybe 82.90. I could be looking out to buy oil from 82, oil WTI, sorry, is what we are looking at. We're looking to buy oil WTI from 82.90. If it gets down to 82.90, I can take a buy from that point and follow it. Anything 82.90, even 82.50. 82.90 to 82.50 is where I'll be looking out to buy oil WTI. 82.90, 82.50 are places I'll be looking out to buy oil WTI. Okay, I can buy it from there back to the 83 or 84 zone, or if price, I can buy oil WTI once price from 83.85. I can buy oil WTI from 83.85. And if we do that, I will be targeting, this is where I'm targeting price at least to return to. So if I'm buying oil from 82.50, I should be targeting back to the 84 zone. If I'm buying oil from 83.85, I'm targeting back to the 84 zone. Okay, that's how I will trade oil WTI. This is oil WTI. It's different from oil. Okay, this one is oil WTI. So my advice is we're going to buy from 82.50 to the upside, or once price closes, or you can buy from 83.85 back to the upside. Okay, so that's the two ways I think that we can trade oil WTI. Of course, all these are trade advices. They are my personal advice. Of course, you can decide to take them or not. You understand? But what I would advise, even if you don't take the entries or whatever, what I would advise is those things that I explained, those structure and all that I explained, you can go back, listen to them, watch them and do your own practice on them and all that. You understand? We have this particular class that we held today now was actually recorded live, right? It was recorded live. I just dropped the link to this particular class, so you can actually go back, watch what I said. That's even more important for me than the entries. Of course, the entries is an advice. You decide to take it or not, right? But those things about structure, about price breaking structure and doing this and doing that, very important for you to take advantage of. Okay, so we're going to, I've explained one important thing. I hope we understand. If you have existing trade, if that's because most times that's the reason why we say, please look at this instrument, please look at this instrument. If you have existing trade there, your best, I would advise that you reach out to your account officer, let them look at that place, let them look at that price you entered. Do you understand? Because yes, for instance, now this is USDJPY. Someone has asked me to look at USDJPY. I could say USDJPY is going to buy. Okay, I'm say it's going to buy, and then you have a sell on USDJPY. Now, because I said it's going to buy, you just close your sell. Okay, but the price, the place where you entered could be somewhere where you could, if I know you could manage to say, oh, hold it, it's going to retrace a bit to that place before. You understand my point? So most times when you come to like meetings like this, that if you want to analyze the market to enter a trade fresh, this is a good avenue to do that. But if you have like existing trades, it may not be the best avenue to that, because there may not be time to look at the price you enter the market. That's very important. Where you enter the market is very, very important, right? So for USDJPY, remember that, for instance, yesterday we actually expected this sell, and it did a bit of that sell, did not hit take profit at all and all that, but it's currently buying Even if it is buying, my RSI is lower. Okay, even if it is buying, my RSI is still pointing towards the downside. You understand? Especially on the daily time frame. So there's a high chance that that sell can happen anytime from now. Personally, I am not really comfortable with buying USDJPY from this place because it's making new highs and whatever. I'm not really comfortable with it. I will be expecting a retracement from USDJPY very soon, anytime from now. You understand? So if you ask me, for me, I'll be looking out for a sell. And one of the best way I think I may take advantage of that sell on USDJPY, I could place a sell stop. I could use a sell stop to hold on till that particular sell happens. Okay, so for me personally, I think I will prefer a sell on USD JPY. Okay, so my people, we will continue this afternoon. We'll have the afternoon trading session. Do make sure you join us. We always have I understand why we get a better number in the morning. You understand? I understand, but I also think that you're missing a lot if you don't join the afternoon trading session. You're missing a lot if you don't join that session. You understand? So please make sure that you can do as much as possible. Tomorrow and Friday, we'll be having our seminar. If you have people who are interested, you can ask them to attend. We're having our seminar in Lagos, in Abuja, in Ibadan, Port Harcourt, we're likely going to have, we're having in PH, yeah, we are having in Port Harcourt. I think we're also having in Ikwere in Port Harcourt, right? So make sure that you can, as much as possible, attend, or you have somebody who is interested, who says he wants to understand what the business is about. You can let them know so that they can come over, right? We also said we're going to have a special training on fair value gap, and I promised that it was going to be this week. It's just been kind of difficult, but I will look into it. We had a training like that on fair value gap, but that was at our physical office. That was physically at our office in Lagos. Okay, so we're going to have an online training on fair value gap. Today is Wednesday, so most likely that will be on Friday. I'll give us a feedback this afternoon if it is going to be on Friday. Okay, so I'll give us a feedback this afternoon. Okay, but yeah, those are the programs that we have. Okay, so go and watch. Adetoba, where can I find 15 minutes Emmy for scalping gold? Go to YouTube and watch this thing. Though, in fact, guys, just go to YouTube and watch. We have been taking this training on scalping with the moving average for months now. Months. But go to YouTube and watch it for yourself. Go to YouTube and watch it for yourself. Okay, I've dropped the link again. Go to YouTube and watch. So afternoon session is 2 p.m. Okay, afternoon session is 2 p.m. So we'll begin by that time. Okay. Then the same message was I no answer me. Send another one again. Send another one. It's not easy. Just send another one. Try Umuahia as a center. That's fine. If we can do that. And guys, let me even say this. I was advising the guys in Oshogbo last time I went. You know that this is also a business opportunity for you. If you have an office space, you have a good space that we can use, you can let us know. Okay, we can use that place as a center. You understand? Now we can do business. We have somebody like that in Ilorin, for instance. He uses that place as a center where we go there to hold training. And when we go there to hold training or we go to hold seminar, we tell people who come, we tell them this is where training is held. Those people go there, they pay training fees. You understand? So it's a business for you also. You understand? So if you want us to come to Umuahia, because there are a lot of business decisions to make, but of course, that's an opportunity for you. You understand? Here. When are you coming back? Auto RSI indicator. Mr. Oyeshino, I gave you 2 opportunities, and it has not been possible to give you that opportunity. You keep saying please. It's when I have the time. Can I send it to you as we're having meeting now? So just be patient. Although One thing I also noticed about us, we prefer indicator to strategy. You may be very surprised that when you finally get the indicator, it may not give you that thing you are yearning for. The strategy is more important. You have the strategy, you have what is more important. So be patient for me while you use the strategy. You are not at any disadvantage at all. You attended over 3-hour class on that particular strategy. That is more important. So while you're patient for me to give you the indicator, you are not actually stranded. I strongly believe that. If you do have forgotten the strategy, go to YouTube. We have the strategy on YouTube, a 14 minutes video where I explained divergence. You understand? So you're not disadvantaged at all. Okay? So once you get to YouTube, just search for Rally Trade. Okay? I've dropped the link over 3 times on the chat, but many of us do not really know how to scroll up. So just go to YouTube, search for Rally Trade. Once you search for Rally Trade, you will see our logo, Rally Trade. Over 4,000 subscribers. Join the YouTube link. Subscribe so that anytime we post, you can always get it. This same link is what we use for the afternoon session. Okay, kindly guide us as regards entry confirmation. That is a separate class, that's a separate class, so immediately entered buy stop, the place is neutral. Most likely you have issues with the price. The issue you have with the price, you just need to check. There's something you're not applying properly. So it's very possible it is the price that you do not put, the price you put was not correct. That place will be neutral. If you are placing a buy stop, for instance, you are placing a price below current price, it will be neutral. You understand? If you're placing a buy stop, if it's too close to price, it will be neutral. Remember, the place we are looking at for that buy is 83.85, right? So if you're placing a buy stop at 82.50, for instance, it will not work, because what you should be doing from that place is a sell limit. Sorry, a buy limit, not a buy stop, right? But you can use a buy stop at 83.85, right? Where is your central in Ibadan? I mean, I believe you mean where our office is at, where our office is at Ibadan, right? So we should be we should be in Ibadan also, maybe next month, because we're in Ibadan last month or 2 months ago. But in Ibadan we are at Ring Road. That's where we are. That's Owade House. Owade House. That's where we are. We're on the 2nd floor. Owade House, Ring Road, Ibadan. Right? So go to YouTube, go to our website. Once you get to YouTube, just search for Rally Trade. Just search for Rally Trade. You will see Rally Trade. You have access to all those materials there, okay? But thank you so much for your time. I want to believe that any other thing that I was not able to help you with today, just reach out to your account officers, But we'll continue later today by 2 p.m. with this same link for the afternoon session. Also make sure that you are on the WhatsApp channel, okay? Also make sure that you're on the WhatsApp channel so that you can also get updates there, okay? But this is the much that we can take for now. Thank you so much for your time. Bye for now.